Hello guys, how are you? So today I'm gonna to continue my lessons or my live streams, whatever you call it. Okay, so our main idea of our project that we are doing here is to create a scheduler bot or a reminder bot. Yeah, and it has basically two ways of interact: the short way and the long way, and you can see it here. So I mean, the best the only possible usage of this bot is gonna be like this when you send him a message like that or like that. That's the short way. That's the long way. Yeah, and when you send it to the bot, it will remind you about something you want to. Okay, so what have we already done? So we've done uh, scheduler service. It accepts zone date time and a message, and it parses a message and returns well a future zone date time. Okay, and we have tested that. You can check out my previous video for that. Yeah, tests are looking great. Well, at this moment, at least. Well, it's not great, but they look fine. They look fine. Yeah. Okay, so what's we gonna do today? So today I'm gonna like I'm going to think and I'm going to create something which is going to be our reminder service. Yeah, reminder service. So what does that mean? So currently our bot uh, is able only to accept message and send back the future time, right? But that's not, not the thing that I want to get that we want to get from this bot. So our goal to uh, teach it to send to us something like well well to send us the reminder basically. Okay, so for that we need to have a reminder service. Let's think about the contract. By the contract I mean mm, a methods of the interface or a service, whatever. I don't really want to create interface here because we don't really need it at the moment. So let's just think about methods in terms of just a service. So here our bot, right? Let's comment out this thing, right? So the first thing that our bot is gonna do is to, well, the main logic that should happens here or should happens here. It's mm, you have to parse message basically first. So I'm gonna copy that. Yeah, and copy that. I don't want to touch this thing because we probably will need this later for manual testing or something. So let be there, commented out for a while. Okay, so here we have the result. So, and we don't want to share this result with the user, or maybe we do want to share it with the user, just in a matter of informing a user that yeah, we have your reminder, and I'll remind you something at some point of time. Okay, so but the main logic is to remind basically. Okay, so let's rename this schedule service because it's not schedule service. It's just it has nothing about scheduling. It's all about parsing. So keep the names actual. I mean, well, I got parsing service. Yeah, and just update all the all the names of variables. And let's rename this method as well. So it's going to be parse. And just keep it clear. Okay, so we have our parsed result, feature time. Yeah, and what's kind of logic should be behind our reminder service? So we're gonna create task, right? I think it's gonna be task. So basically, what kind of logic should be there for make it work? So because we can't just, I don't know, we can't just do this thing like public void remind, zone date time. Yeah, we can't just put a while here and like this while zone date time now is before time. Yeah, we can do this like for we can create cycle like that, and we can wait for this long because it's gonna take a lot of resources and it's gonna block our thread, and it's gonna it's just a bad style of code writing. And I'm pretty sure that after if you if you're gonna handle at least 10 users, it's gonna be something like really exhausting for your server. And sorry, server. Yeah. And mhm, it's gonna be like a vulnerable part of your program because everyone would be would be able to just create dozens or hundreds of notifications. Yeah, so we don't want this. So this thing is bad. So what's our goal then? Not the goal, but the way. So what's the way gonna be? Gonna be something like that, like public void save reminder. So we're gonna save our reminder. Yeah, and it's gonna be zone date time and string message. Yeah, and here we're gonna have our public list reminders. What's reminders, you might ask? I'll answer you. That's our class that we're gonna create, which will contain, basically private final zone date time, uh, time, and private final string message, right? Just yeah, sorry me for my slow typing today. And let's create something like, I forget the button. Yeah, no, it's not. Excuse me, sir, can I have my okay, never mind, I'll just use this thing, create getter. Yeah, usually I use a hotkey combination for generic getters. Well, to be honest, usually I just use Kotlin for that, but that's not the case. Yeah, okay, so no mind. So here we have our reminders. And what's the method should be named, and what should it do? You might ask again. So it's gonna just return our reminders. Get reminders, and we don't want just get it. We want to filter it as well. So it's gonna be zone date time from, yeah, or not from. So this is going to be basically the method like that returns all the reminders from specific date time, or not from, but Uh, well, it might be not front, but let me think for a second. So we're gonna. Mm, mhm. Yeah, so we're gonna return here something expired, or I don't know. Let's keep it like that, and we will change that later because I'm not really sure how it's gonna work. Because let me explain what I mean. So, for example, you share this kind of message with bot. We might in 10 days remind me of the doctor visit. Yeah. So what's the problem? The problem is that after this time, so you don't want to have a reminder like in a moment of something important. So uh, because imagine yourself like sitting at home and this bot returns a reminder that you have a doctor now, for example, like now, like in this moment, and you're gonna be well, like in a hurry, you're gonna like uh, run fast. Yeah, but that's bad thing. So what I wanna do, I want to set up it somehow later, like so it will so this bot uh, will act in this way. So before this, so for example, it's what the date? It's 21 of February. 21 February. So in 10 days, remind me of the doctor visit. So the final date should be, and this is uh, 23. Okay, just let it be 11 o'clock. Okay, so the final reminder should happen at. Oh, it's really hard. Like, okay, let it be easier. 24th February, 11. Yeah, so at this moment or so, at least at this day, mm, you're gonna have a doctor. Well, I'm gonna have. Never mind. So, but I want this bot to make a reminder a bit earlier. For example, uh, so at this time, the bot will send you a message. Bot sends like uh, the doctor visit, for example. Yeah. Uh, yeah, but it also sends it at 20 for 5 hours, for example. Maybe in 7 morning for 4 hours. It will sense the same thing, and it will have some buttons. Like it's gonna have like okay buttons like you know okay button, and it's gonna have like uh remind me in 10 minutes, for example. So, and if user press this thing, this bot will forget about this reminder, like, or it's gonna be little more specific or explicit. So, okay, I get it. Or just remind me later. Yeah. So, mm, so the goal of our bot is to be useful, not be well specific. Yeah. So this method should have two arguments like from and to, right? Because that's going to be the easiest way for us to tell our service what reminders we want to get, right? Because For example, we want to get all reminders for from mm, 0 hours, from 12 a.m. if I'm not mistaken, to 12 to to uh, 1 p.m. for example, or to I will just to 30 o'clock. I don't know. I'm bad at this. Sorry for that. You can teach me if you wanna. Okay, so I think you got me. So it's gonna be there are gonna be two arguments from and to. Yeah. So and the thing with buttons gonna be fun, I guess. Okay, so we have our reminders. We have our save reminder, our get reminders. So at this and yeah, that's all. And let's also be, let's do this reminder, or it's yeah the name of the class. Don't ever do this. So we have our one reminder. If so, from the um, I know from the point of sense, it's only one representation of some kind of data. So like keep the name single. Okay. Okay. So mm, uh, but for having this here, we wanna have our something, some storage, some kind of storage. Yeah. So for the moment, let's create another class and let's name it like reminder storage, just like that. And let's create an interface. It's important. I'll talk about that later. Okay, so what methods should we have here? Well, just so since the storage, they're gonna be the same methods, to be honest. Yeah, it's gonna be save reminder and get reminders. Yeah, yeah. Uh, okay. Well, that's our interface, and we're gonna just use it uh, like private final reminder storage. So this is gonna be our storage. Yeah, just just like that. Well, at this at this time it might be pretty stupid because what's the difference between service and storage? So usually in Java and in some in enterprise code, you separate the logic of getting the data. I mean, the logic of storing the data and the logic of well processing the data. So this reminder service just it's a basically well just a data processor. So it thinks about processing data. I mean, just do logic. So, but here we don't really have any logic. But that's a good habit to separate this kind of logics, because at the moment we don't. I don't really want to create any kind of database. I mean, so let's just implement this interface, like, and we'll name it this mock or just in memory minus storage, right? So and how it's gonna work? It should just work like it's gonna have mm, it's gonna have set, yeah, just set of reminder, or not set but list, yeah. Mm, um, excuse me. Oh, sorry, I forget that's not a Kotlin. Oh, in Kotlin you just can just create like mutable list of and etc. But this is Java, so we have to just URL list. Yeah, just like that. So if you have our save reminder, our reminders, add reminder, yeah, just like that. And get reminders gonna be a little bit interesting. So here we have to process our data. We have to get things from our storage. So here we in this kind of implementation we just store oral data in memory. So it's called in memory basically. So this processing doesn't make any sense for now. It I'll enrich my thoughts in a minute. So let's just finish that. So it's gonna have like reminders, stream. If you don't know about streams, I strongly recommend you to check it out because this is a really powerful thing to process collections. Well, most of people must already know about them, but not everybody. Okay, so strongly recommend you to check out all the data about all the information about streams because it's really useful. So for at this moment, we're gonna just use filter here. So and we'll process some kind of predicate. So we're gonna have our reminder here, reminder. Mm, and here we're gonna have our body. Mm, reminders. Reminder get time is before uh, is before 2, and the reminder get time is after uh, from, yeah, yes. Okay, so and remove the braces, so because it's one liner, yeah, and collect to list and just return it. So that's all at the moment. I mean, we don't really uh, we don't really care about this in memory reminder storage because we are using it only for our development. In the real world, we're gonna have our like some kind of database reminder storage. We're gonna take something like Postgres. It's the most simple and the most easy way to store our data. Yeah. So and we'll have something like select from uh, where time uh, is bigger than from and etc etc. Okay. So let's uh, and why do we need the interface here? We need it because uh, we'll replace all our calls or from in-memory reminder storage to our well database reminder storage. And let's create. It's time to group up some packages. Yeah, so let's create package storage And let's move it there to make it cleaner. Service. And parsing service as well. Models. So my basing bot should be renamed. Well, it's fine. Let's rename it to, I'll just reminder bot. And this gonna be our Telegram package. Yeah, so now we have nice looking packages. And now it's easier to navigate here. Okay. So here we will use constructor, right? So yeah, we already have the constructor. Sorry for that. Yeah, so but never test. Yeah. Okay, so save reminder should be here, and get reminders from to should be there. So now it looks really stupid. I understand this. Oh, sorry. We're gonna use reminder storage. Yeah, and now it looks even more stupid because what the reason of having this useless layer? But you'll get it later. For example, we want to use logs. So like private final static log here. Yeah, log equals logger factory get logger reminder service. Yes. Now we have our logger. And let's log something. Info like saving reminder yeah, just like that. So and getting reminders from and this to this from to yeah, and this one is going to be locked as well. Reminders lock info. Oh, just let's use only one. Yeah, let it be like that. So here we can see that this layer is a service layer. So it provides some kind of it's so-called business logic. So this business logic basically is it's a term for processing data like this. So here uh, we are caring about things like getting data, like having logs, doing logic things. So that's basically the most important part of our service, right? And this minus storage, it's nothing more than a storage. So it's a box. It's a box we put the data there, and we get data out of there. Nothing more. So there shouldn't be any logs, any logic as well. So all the duty of this reminder storage is just storing our data. It's like a persistent or not persistent in some moments like we have now. but it's just a thing that stores our data, nothing more. But all our logic should be in the single place. That's important because it's gonna it's gonna be like really a hell of a hell of extending your application if your logic is spread uh, within the application, like some kind of logic here, right? So here we're not gonna have logic as well. Like this thing also should be replaced and moved to some other place, like some kind of mm, bot message processing service, because this class should carry only logic connected to Telegram parsing. So this thing should send message and it should receive message, and it's not it's not his it's not its uh, business to understand what's going to be inside the application, right? So that's so-called solid thing. Well, that's an abbreviature. Let me share it with you. That's very stupid. It's not stupid, but many software developers are really have a cult of this thing. Like they really care about this thing and they talk in the language of this solid thing. And but they aren't smarter because of that. But this thing is still it's important thing to understand. It's very obvious to me. Like, well, it's obvious because when you start to create software, you uh, you will face these problems. I mean, the possible problems without the solid very fast, and you'll come to these principles by yourself probably. So these principles, like the most important is this, it's called single responsibility principle. It means that all the objects, I mean all the classes should carry only one mission. So this reminder, this reminder storage cares only about about storing data. So all this logic on this class, it's all connected to having data, well, here, and only this class should know how to get this data, how to mm, save this data, and etc. etc. So and just like that, this reminder bot, it's a Telegram thing, should only understand things that are connected with the Telegram. So the only mission of this bot is just process the message out of Telegram and send it back if it if it if it needs it to send back. Well, just it's only about Telegram. So same thing for this parsing service. This parsing service shouldn't care about anything else except for parsing the data. So it doesn't know anything about Telegram. It doesn't know anything about reminders, and well, you see what I want to tell you. So this principle is the most important to me in this all this uh, acronym, you know. So there are some other things like open close principle, list of substitute. You can read it by yourself. They aren't so important to me because they are well, their edges isn't clear, like except for maybe something like list of substitution principle. Yeah, this thing is also fun, and that's fun, not fun, but it's fine. Yeah, so it basically means that in any kind of yeah, well, it basically means that in this service, I mean reminder service, I can replace this reminder storage implementation with anyone else. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. Um, I was talking about this solid stuff. So, mhm, this thing. So, this list of substitution principle tells us that we can replace our implementation with any kind of other implementation. So we don't really care about what's gonna be there, and all of this gonna work if it's or if our implementation change uh, breaks something. It means that we break the principle of list of substitution principle. Just yeah, and there are some others like well, the best principle that you should use is just this thing. Uh, his Yeah, keep it simple, stupid. Yeah. So just don't uh, over intensify everything. No, don't make it too complex, like I did here. Maybe. Okay, just never mind. Let's create something. I mean, so you can also notice that I created this class, right? And it contains only two parameters here, and it's really nice thing because here mm, we, we might also want to have something like private final boolean is finished. Yeah, I mean by is finished. Uh, I mean mm, this thing public uh, void mark finished reminder reminder. Yeah, yeah, and here we have other thing. So how uh, okay, I'll demonstrate. I'll show it to you. So mark finished. Yeah. So let's just log info marking reminder. Has finished. And we're gonna just reminders call this method. We'll just create other method mark finished. Yeah. So yeah. So here we see a problem, or I see a problem. You might see it as well. Yeah. So what we're gonna do now? So what kind of reminder should we use? Mm, Now it's pretty obvious right now that the best way is to well to find like reminders stream filter uh, reminder reminder equals okay, so it's gonna be not reminder but um, I don't know, just mhm. Okay, let's just rename this thing finished reminder. Yeah. Yeah, but this filter doesn't work. So let's uh, find any. What am I doing right now? I don't know. Oh my god. Let's just not like that, but so here we're gonna to modify our collection, our list. Oh my god, just by, I don't know, remove, remind, finished reminder. Yeah, and this is not the best option because it uses, if I'm not mistaken, it uses something like um, equals. Yeah, you can see it right now, right here. It uses equals, and we don't have our equals here. So this thing, well, it's not gonna work because at the moment because we don't have equals and hash code overrided, yeah, implemented. So I forget the hotkey here. What the heck? Okay. Code control I should be right. Okay. Numbers to implement have been found. Really? Yeah. So it's here. Oh, we have to have our hash code and equals. Usually I use something like since I was writing Java for the last I've been using Kotlin for a while. I forget how to do this here. Oh, it's alt insert, right? Yeah, nice. See, yeah. So let's just use the, I don't know, Guava things. Okay, next, finish. Yeah, so now it's generated code for um, equals method. Yeah, so now it's gonna work. Yeah, but it doesn't really work because our is finished won't be marked. And here I would like to create another filter that we want to reminder that is finished, that isn't finished, right? So when we get our reminders from our collection, we want it to be not finished, right? We want to skip all finished because, for example, there are going to be something like a comment or like a, so a user would just use something like show me my reminders or just like that, like okay, like a comment, reminders, and it will list all the reminders like um, a doctor at 10 I forget, on 10 December, for example. Yeah, and a date at 11 on 11 December or something like that. And all this and these things are going to be separate messages, right? And because that they are separate, we can add the keyboard. I mean, I mean buttons uh, like skip or I don't know, like mm, mm, just reschedule or just delay. I know some there are going to be some buttons, and these buttons will mark something as done. Yeah, and we want to have we want to let user see all his done reminders. So if, for example, if he press skip button for this thing, whenever he calls it again, reminders, yeah, it will see this thing like complete marked as finished at 10 and just mark as finished, right? So uh, uh, and this thing mm, uh, will be shown until this date will pass, you know. So something like that. So we really, what I want to say that we really want to see mm, this reminder stuff, and there are going to be also something like private final zone daytime, or not. Let's just do not, not do this too complicated at the moment. So just yeah, so we don't really want to this remove. We'll use for just a for thing. Reminder in, yeah, I forget that's Java. Reminder in reminders. Yeah, I forget the syntax, but it might be this one. Okay, if reminder equals finished reminder, then finished reminder, not finished, but my reminder. Yeah, and let's not. Well, it will be final, but not right now because we go. Oh, just no, it's gonna be final, anyways. Yeah. So, oh damn. Okay, so it's gonna be much more easier than. Oh my god, it's really hard. It seems too hard. Okay, so yeah, and what I was trying to tell you, that we need an ID, like private final UID ID, right? Just because, oh, fuck, just because it's easier to find something. So for example, we're not gonna use list here anymore. We're gonna use map here. Map UID reminder, right? And here hash map, hash map. Um, let's import this. Okay, so reminders are gonna be like hood. And here is the problem that not every time we're gonna have this UID, or just every time. Maybe let it be like that. And remind, just like that. And this thing will like uh, entry set, stream, entry, get key, get value is finished. Then it's gonna be entry again, here and here and here. And it's gonna be get value again. Not as finished, but get time, entry, get value, get time. And it doesn't work because we want to remove the list. So let's map with entry. Let's map to, well, I'm a little bit stupid, as you could see. Yeah, so just, yeah, let's remove all of this stuff here. I'm because what the point of having entry here if we can just map it right here? Entry, because we don't need any IDs uh, inside this method. So just let's use entry. Get value. Yeah, just like that. So what's the problem? Can be replaced with stream. Yeah, why not? Okay, so and here we can just use a reminder. Finish to my. We can just use get ID. So reminders put finish to reminder. Well, it's just it sucks because it sucks because it's our in-memory thing and it will be thrown away later. It's just a temporal thing, just to make it easier. Maybe in the next lesson we'll try to create a database here, but at first let's make it work somehow for a bit. Okay, so our reminder bot. So let's throw it away. Um, okay, so maybe it was too fast to have this method here. Yeah. So and okay, so we have a color for this reminder service. Let's introduce it here. Private final reminder service. Reminder service. New reminder service. New memory reminder service. Well, here we um, break the rule. I mean, the single responsibility rule I was talking about a few moments later, few moments before. Yeah. So this method should this class shouldn't care and shouldn't rule what kind of implementation it has, because well, just it's not his business. But we'll figure it out later when we will introduce Spring or something or some. I think it's gonna be Spring just because this is the most popular DI framework on market. Yeah. So just let it be like that for a month. Or if you want to introduce any kind of Spring, because well, who cares? This thing works fine. Like it's not such a it's not a scale of having Spring here, because it's not like a 10,000 classes production code. But never mind. So here we have our future time, and there is one more thing here that this we want our parsed result, but we don't want only zone daytime. We want our message as well. So let's get back one more time to our I'm so tired of this regular expression. Yeah, so we have to extract this thing or this thing, whatever, because we have to. I mean that we have to extract the message itself. So we learned how to extract the data, but we haven't learned how to extract the message. Okay, so let's introduce new REGEXP group, and we'll call it message. Yeah, message, and yeah, and we'll add it here, right? Because or uh, so I don't like this. Okay, so it's so we'll put. So as you can see here, there is a problem because of not my laziness, but because of well my possibility to look forward, you know. So here we have to guess where should we put our. So at first we have to add this thing like send s here. So that's gonna be our capture group, and here's gonna be capture group as well. Not sure if it's gonna work, but let's find out. So I have to guess where should I put this thing. I mean, but it's pretty easy since this um, dot asterisks are the last in both cases. Like here we have our short way, and here's our long way. So let's just put it after all of that stuff. So it's gonna be here. Gex group name message, and let's also rename this long message. Or no, let's check out how it's gonna work now. And here. Okay. Then why does it look like that? What the heck? Yeah, so it should be here. Right? But why is that? Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit tired already, so I don't really understand. Oh, okay, I see, I see. I see my mistake. Sorry for that. No, I don't see well, I see my mistake because I a little bit struggle here. So it's gonna be after this. So it's gonna be here, right? Do you see how bad something could be? Okay, so join. So this thing and okay, it's just get value. Well, it's fine already. I'll just forget it. Okay, so here and we want also to extract our message after this thing. First of all, we have to extract something like, do you have pair here? No, we don't. So let's create some model. Java class, parsing result. So it's gonna be private final, zone date time, private final, string, not string, but message. Yeah. And let's just generate constructor and some other boilerplate like getters. Yeah. So, and this thing should return parsing result. Cool. So let's, and the message have to be var message equals mature group, gex group name, message, get value, of course. Yeah, that's all. And let's, well, something is going on Why is this? Why it, it's not colored? So idea is broken. You see? Or I am the broken, but I think that's an Intellij IDEA is broken at the moment. Okay, now mind. Just let's finish that because it's been too long for this lesson. Okay, so var message, and we have just return. So as you can, yeah, you can see that it should be there should be an compilation error here. Okay, why not? Parsing result. Yeah, so you can see it just well, it doesn't care about anything. Oh yeah, finally, thank you. Message, new parsing result, message. What's wrong with you? Yeah, it's stuck again. You can see it's very odd. Well, let's maybe invalidate caches. No, it requires restart. Okay, so we have already finished almost. So this message already defined its scope. Okay, well, uh, reminder message. All right, here and here. Okay, so let's just start it right now, and we'll be able. So parse. It's fine. Not this. Oh, it's all our tests are broken. No, okay. Cannot be converted because we. mm, I missed. I missed the order. It's here and here and here. Let's make it fast. So let's just run our main. Run. Yeah, incompatible types here. Long way test suite. So our tests are broken right now because we have changed all of this thing. Okay, so let's just get time here and get time here, and we'll check it again. So now it works. Let's get back really fast here. Yeah, so make it not so big. Tomorrow at this time remind, and it's broken or what? Oh yeah, it's not broken. It's just doesn't do anything. Stupid idea. It wants something from me, but it returns backs. Okay, so let's put our break here. Yeah, tomorrow remind. Okay, so here we see our message or our reminder message, and it's null. But why? Let's check it out. For this, let's matches, not matches, but okay, let's matcher groups, evaluate. You can see a bunch of groups here, and mm, results, match result, nothing here. Is it matched or not? Well, it should yeah, it matches. Okay, matcher. Mm, let's. I'm tired right now to write something by myself, so let's just check it out. Matcher, view all groups. Yeah, and you can see that we have visited it already. Mm-hmm. let's copy it here. Let's evaluate this, and we can see nothing. And nature group J. Okay, so let's just do the same thing, but without system out println, but with something else. And I'm so sick of this thing. You can see that it's broken now. So var as equals. Oh my god. Well, just forget it because I don't know. So mature groups. Okay, it's broken right now, so let's rerun it again. Yeah. And let's stop here, right? I don't know why, but I have a feeling about that. Okay, so mature groups. Yeah, and you can see some of groups here. And it's tough. Okay. So yeah, so I think my thought, like you have to have two groups, right? So here we have two the same group. Okay, let's also check our regular expression that it's fine. View as text. Yeah, you can see that we have our message here. Okay, and it's odd because here it has different red. Okay, you can see the issue. Maybe it's an issue. Let's run it once more time. So my idea is, yeah, you can't run it because all the groups should be different, you know. So you can't have the same group name message twice. So we have to create at least, well, it should be something like short message with the same value, short message, and long message. I use these names because you can see our other names are the same. Okay, so it's time to stop, you know, this meme. Because I feel tired. I don't think that we're gonna have some pretty nice results. Yeah. So in our next question, in our next lesson, we're gonna finish this stuff with our parsing service. We will add this short message here. I mean, it's already here. Okay, so and we'll add it there, so you can see right now that it'll start properly. No, it doesn't start properly, but why? I don't know. My named caption root is mission trailing near index 278. Okay, that's sounds fine, but there is trailing. Could you please be more specific? Okay, I can see the issue. And the issue is we have our names written using underscore, and regular expression engine doesn't like it. Okay, so it's fine, it works fine. Okay, so we'll continue it later. I'll tell more about this service, what's gonna do. Well, basically it's very simple. We're gonna have some kind of scheduler service, the real scheduler service that I'll call this method once per 10 seconds, for example, and it will send the message the user. Yeah, and we're gonna do much more things, because as you can see, there is here you don't see any kind of user mention, because for example, you might be able to get reminders. Yeah, but you don't know what kind of user you should send it to, right? You get me? So and there are a huge amount of work in the future, so stay tuned. Yeah, have a nice day. Bye. And subscribe. Well, I'm not sure that pretty much zero people watch until this moment. So bye.